You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light, showing you the way home. You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. If you want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. And if it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. And bring us back together when the day is done. I can hear the sound of violins. I can hear the piper play. And every time that a song begins, you just steal my heart away. The journey's longer than I thought, my love. Lots of things get in the way, but every time I think of you, my love, you just steal my heart away. Just like a morning in May like this, see the heather on the hill. There's a place way up the mountainside where the world keeps standing still. Just like the sunshine after rain, I'll come to be with you. We'll save the day, 'cause I know when I'm with you, my love, you just steal my heart away. 'Cause I know when I'm with you again, you just steal my heart away.
Please be seated. Thank you, ladies. That was beautiful. Deep breaths. Welcome, friends and family. We're gathered here today at Amari's childhood home to celebrate the very special love between Amari and Matt, my little brother. To this day, Amari and Matt bring months of hopeful anticipation that this day would even be possible. So thank you all for being here and for making that effort. To this day, they bring the joy in their hearts as a gift to one another. They bring their shared dreams, which tie them together. They bring the seeds of their future, out of which they will grow their beautiful life together. Amari, Matt, it's been quite the journey to get here. Today, you also bring triumphs and challenges, love and loss, and joy and sorrow. And those are all a beautiful part of the journey that has brought you to this place. Here, under the protective canopy of this chuppah, constructed with birch wood representing Matt's hometown of New Hampshire, and draped with a covering from Amari's maternal grandmother, Rita. You two are home. Take a deep breath. You made it here to this place together. Your love is enough, and it is everything. It's brought you home. The chuppah is open on all sides because a loving home is always open. In this spirit, Amari and Matt have invited the family and friends who have shaped their journey to celebrate this marriage alongside them. Amari and Matt, take a moment to look at this community of people who have loved you and shaped you and are here to celebrate you. I know I speak on their behalf when I say thank you for being here, for making this effort, and we are just so thrilled that you're healthy and you're all here to share in this moment together. Let's also welcome those who are joining virtually from afar. Give them a little wave. I want to shout out to my crew in Georgia, but we also have folks joining us from California on the West Coast, from Indiana and the Midwest, from Massachusetts, and even in France. So you guys are an international sensation. And let us also keep lovingly in our hearts those who are no longer with us on this planet. And we see the flowers woven throughout the chuppah to represent the lives and know that they're smiling down on this union on you today. Because each of you here today is an important part of Amari and Matt's journey, they now invite you to pass the wedding rings between one another to warm them with your wishes, prayers, and blessings. As this happens, I ask each of you to say a silent prayer for the couple, for their marriage, and for their future together. We invite those joining virtually to also say a silent blessing. Tom, our wonderful groomsman, will help make sure the rings get to everyone, and most importantly, that they come back to me. Amari and Matt, may these blessings imparted into your rings remind you that you have been sowed and celebrated and loved every step of the way by your village of people, and may you carry that with you throughout the rest of your marriage. I'll now invite Uncle Socks and Aunt Lisa up to the chuppah to say a few words.
I share in the words of poet Julie Staub to offer you my honoring and blessing. I am 68 years old and have spent truly the greater part of my life out of doors. But yesterday, just yesterday, I heard a new sound above my head, a rustling, ruffling quietness in the summer air. And when I turned my face upward, I saw a flock of blackbirds rounding a curve I did not know was there. And the sound was simply all those wings, all those wings, all those feathers against air, against gravity, and such a beautiful sounding. The whole flock taking a long, wide turn as if one body and one mind. How do they do that? If we lived only in human society, what a puny existence that might be. But instead, we live and move and have our being here in this curving and soaring world that is not our own alone. So when mercy and tenderness triumph in our lives, and it does triumph, when we unite and move together toward a common good, we can think to ourselves, ah, yes, this is how it's meant to be. And ah, yes, Amari and dear Matt, here and now in this curving, soaring world, you are each our common good. And ah, yes, you together is how it's meant to be.
I want to bring two close family members here to this moment. First, I bring your cousin Misha, Amari, who one time was walking by your side, just the two of you. You just humbly dismissed a compliment he had just given you. It's no big deal. And as I remember you telling me, he took you by the arm and stopped you and turned toward you and said, no, Amari, this is important. I want you to hear this. This is a big deal. And you're right, Mish. It is a big deal. He said, I'm so proud of you. And we are proud of you, Matt and Amari. He's speaking for us. And now I bring your beloved Grammy, who smiles every time she sees your picture, but she can't quite get the name all the time. Yeah. But she once wrote a poem that I know echoes her thoughts about today. And it's called Two Remarkable Souls. Starts like this. As singles, they're special. As a couple, they're rare. They met as friends with so much to share. And as years passed, they became a pair who now have found that, like it or not, to us, they are bound. And you're right, Grammy. You two are bound to each of us, here, there, and everywhere. I'll close with this Mele Aloha, or Song of Love and Affection, composed by Hawaiian culture keeper Mary Kawena Pukui. The chant is often used as a greeting for special guests, and I've adapted it today for today's special intention and location. Fragrant of mint and marigold, this is indeed a chuppah surrounded by family. It is one that I am truly longing for, yearning for the arrival of this day, and you have indeed come. Now that you have come, love comes with you. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. Love, love, love to you, Matt and Amari.
Thank you so much, Uncle Socks and Aunt Lisa. And now I invite up to the chuppah Nikki and Alexis for some sentiments from the bridal party.
Hello. It's customary in Jewish tradition to honor the bride and groom with 7 blessings, and we've adapted the traditional blessings for you, Matt and Amari.
May you be blessed with friendship. May you be best friends and find happiness together in adventures big and small.
May you be blessed with wisdom. May you continually learn from one another and from the world.
May you be blessed with strength. May you hold each other up in hardship and celebrate each other in times of joy.
May you be blessed with community. May there always be love, trust, support, and laughter within your circle.
And now, may there be many more occasions to rejoice together.
Thank you, ladies. That was beautiful. It's said that those that truly love have roots that grow toward each other underground. And when I first met Amari at my little brother's graduation on the corner of the Bucknell campus in a disgusting house, I already knew that these two had something special, and you were meant to do life alongside one another. Amari, you felt like family since the first day I met you. We talked for hours at Matt's graduation, and we've had so many special moments since then. I'm so grateful my brother has found such an incredibly strong, kind, compassionate woman to walk alongside. Matt, I'm so proud of the man you've become, and it is truly my greatest honor to marry my little brother and my new sister today and watch you build your own family. And so today, we're here to witness the entangled roots of these two individuals about to join together as one tree, committing to weathering sunny days and stormy seasons and grow together year after year, until one day that tree has matured to provide enough shade for two rocking chairs somewhere off the coast of Maine. You're growing a strong foundation. You've seen sunny days and enjoyed triumphs, including earning degrees from Bucknell, Cornell, and Duke, bringing home your sweet dog Lucy, moving to DC, buying your own house, and then getting engaged in it, and then quarantining in it. Still quarantining, yeah. And welcoming 3 beautiful nieces and nephews into the world who, by the way, Joanna, Grady, and Miles can attest that you two are the coolest aunt and uncles on the face of the planet. And Joanna, who's my daughter, for those of you who don't know her, she wanted me to tell you that you both have really great dance moves and you're really good storytellers, but specifically to Amari, you're excellent at drawing inside the lines. And for her, that is an exceptional accomplishment in her book. So congratulations, you made the cut. You've also weathered some storms together. And by that, I mean literal storms. Like the one that flooded your basement, or the one that turned into a blizzard during a 7-hour drive during the many years of long distance to see one another. You've also spent most of your engaged life navigating a global pandemic and planning a wedding during that time. And you've quarantined together, so I'd say it's going to be easy breezy. Everything is easy breezy from here on out. You've supported family members when they were sick, including most recently my own son. And you've experienced and grieved the loss of loved ones. Even when times get hard, you show up for your family and your friends and for each other. And that's everything. You both know better than most that we can make plans and they don't necessarily turn out as anticipated, but somehow life happens and shapes us and molds us, and we're better than we could have ever imagined. And that's what this moment is today. It's perfect. Just as the two of you are stronger today than you were yesterday, so will you be stronger tomorrow than you are today. Your marriage will evolve just as you two will, but your love will remain constant and it will ground you here, home. My prayer for you both is that when you wake up each morning, you continue to make the intentional choice to choose each other and to find joy in the ordinary moments, the walks with Lucy, cups of coffee and tea, card games. That's true love, not a word, not a state of being, but rather an action, a daily choice, a mindful gratitude for the small things and for one another. And that is what will make your marriage more fulfilling and long-lasting for many more years to come. In this spirit, Amari and Matt will now plant a tree in their unity ceremony, which symbolizes the roots of their relationship and the continued growth of their love as they become one another's family. They've selected a lemon tree for this ritual, which symbolizes love, abundance, optimism, and commitment. Long before Amari and Matt knew one another, their families provided them with a foundation of love and support, which has made them the people they see before us today. To honor their families, they invite their parents to the chuppah to add soil from their respective childhood homes in New York and New Hampshire. You may now approach the Thank you so much. Just as their family, friends, and cherished places have been the foundation of who they've each become, the soil will be the foundation of their lives together as one family. Amari and Matt, let your relationship and your love for each other be like this lemon tree. As you water this soil together with purified water, only the best, remember that with constant nourishment, this tree and your marriage will grow deeper, stronger, and more resilient with each passing year. Keeping this sentiment close to your hearts, it's now time to declare yourselves to one another. Matt, do you take Amari to be your lawfully wedded wife from this day forward? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her? Hold her up in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live. I do. Amari, do you take Matt to be your lawfully wedded husband from this day forward? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him, hold him up in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live? I do. Amari and Matt, it's now time to say your vows.
Amari, even before we started dating and we were really close friends, I always felt so at home with you. The warmth in your smile and the way that you laugh always felt familiar and put me at ease. For some reason, I used to think that finding my life partner and teammate was supposed to feel hard, and that it would take a while to know if it was right. But man, was I wrong. Everything we did together was light and fun, from our first official date at the fraternity Christmas party to planning a vacation to Martinique in the midst of the Zika virus, back when we thought that was the virus that would rock our world. And even dealing with a lost dress in the lead up to my sister's wedding weekend, where I would introduce you to so many of my family and friends for the very first time. It was that early on that I started to see and feel just how amazing we are for each other, and when I knew that we were really onto something together. It didn't hurt that everyone who met you that weekend raved to me about how terrific you are. And man, do I agree. But we didn't really have the easiest set of circumstances to navigate when we started our relationship back near the end of our Bucknell days. Signing up for 5 years of long car rides and months between visits from day one. So it makes sense that we didn't have the easiest set of circumstances to get to where we're standing today, overcoming challenge after challenge more than 7 years later. Through that time, and in particular the recent days and weeks leading up to today, one of the things we repeated to each other more than a few times is, if we can get through this together, we can get through anything together. Now that we finally made it to this day, the day where I get to marry my best friend and the perfect teammate for life, I can confidently say that I know we can get through anything together. We faced our fair share of challenges along the way. Long rides home on Sunday after a weekend visit spent studying in the library together. Pre-trip stops at the mechanic to see if the Saturn could actually make the 7-hour drive home in the snow. Numerous floods in the basement and pesky leaks in the roof. Those things and so many more have made our already strong relationship rock solid and helped us grow both as individuals and as a couple. They have also made it so clear to me why I love you so much. I love you for the drive and passion you bring to everything you do, including your love for me, your love for our crazy pup Lucy, and your passionate pursuit of the veterinary dreams you identified way back in the 2nd grade. I love and am inspired by your commitment to your family, no matter how hard times may get, and by the love and affection that you show your niece and nephews. Watching you with them always makes me smile, not only because they light up when they're with you, but because I know how remarkable of a mother you will be to our own future children. I love you for the way that you belly laugh at my childish jokes, and for the way you take my ideas seriously, even if they might be the worst you've ever heard. I love traveling with you, and I love sleeping in on Sunday morning with you. I love being busy with you, and I love doing nothing with you. You've taught me so much, and I look forward to learning from you every day for the rest of our lives, even as we grow old, sitting in our rocking chairs near the beach in Maine. Dr. Amari Wells, from this day forward, I promise to see and learn from the world with you as we make our mark on it. But to remember that there is no place like home. And while we're out seeing the world, I promise to walk ahead of you on every hiking path so that I can check for snakes. Even though your fear of them is starting to make me afraid of them too. I promise to respect you, trust you, listen to you, dream with you, and give you my best self every day as we build the life of our dreams together. I promise to always remember the values instilled in me by you and both of our families, and to pass those values to our children and our grandchildren. I promise to cook you fancy meals, to never intentionally hog the covers, and to save you the last bite of cookie dough in the ice cream bowl. And I promise to love you as much tomorrow as I do today, to stand by your side through the many successes and challenges we'll face together, always supporting you and cheering for you on the easy days and the hard for the rest of our lives. I love you. No.
How do I follow that? Matt, you know that I like to plan things. At 6, I had planned my profession, when I would get married, right on time, future children's names. You fit perfectly into that plan. But what I could never have planned on was what it meant to fall so deeply in love. To wish time could stand still. To feel no matter how scared I am, I'm safe in your arms. And to know that whatever life brings, I have the most loyal, steady, and supportive not to mention handsome, partner by my side. You also know how much I love being home. For goodness sakes, I couldn't leave my house to get married, but loving you has been the greatest home I could ever ask for. Surrounded by the love of our Bosses Quintet in the Dominican Republic, I first came to love you as a friend. And I know that for the rest of our lives, that will be the foundation of our relationship. From there, we built a union of trust, communication, and love, which was key for our many years long distance. But it was during those years that you taught me to believe in myself, to breathe, and to build a life that I was proud of. As the years went on, I grew to know that any life with you was the greatest choice I could make. With you, I'm limitless. Any mountain ahead has a worthwhile view if we climb it together. It comes as no surprise to you that I tend to worry, but I have never worried about the fortitude of our relationship. From bailing water and other things out of our basement, 5 years of long distance, a global pandemic, we have been tested. But the harder things get, the further I fall in love with you. I love your laugh. I love your chocolate cake, your made-up songs, and how inquisitive you are. I love doing life with you. You are respectful, determined, thoughtful, adventurous, thorough, and witty. I can't wait to see the world with you, to watch a million sunrises over the ocean while eating wood-fired bacon, to call a million audibles, and I cannot wait to build a family with you. I once heard that a real dream is something that hangs on to you, and you hang on to it. It allows us to get over our fear and to go forward no matter the obstacles. A life with you is my dream. I commit to a lifetime of being open-minded, to forgiveness, to honesty, to treasuring the little moments, to prioritizing you and our family, and to capturing the lifetime of our memories in my heart. You balance me, although right now I'm a little tipsy, and I am so grateful for you. You have never asked me to change, but rather you've asked me to trust myself and be the best version of myself. I promise to do the same for you, to love and respect all of you, just the way you are. However, over the last decade, you have shown me that you can truly rise to any occasion, from adapting to be a hang out on the phone kind of boyfriend, to becoming a dog dad, listening to podcasts on veterinary ownership, to engaging in self-study regarding political issues, to surviving Suskinsbury family vacations. This last year has taught me that I can no longer plan my life like I once did as a kid. But you can plan on this. I will always be by your side. I will cheer you on and pick you up. I will laugh with you and I will cry with you. I will drive you crazy, but I will challenge you, and I will always, always love you. I promise to listen, empathize, communicate, and make sure you always know your significance. I promise to work on my anxiety and to include you in that journey. I promise to clear the microwave clock. To try and clear the microwave clock. And I promise to keep your love tank full. I promise to be grateful for the life we have and to always give back, because that's where it all started for us. As you know, I struggled writing these vows because I couldn't imagine using only words on a paper to express my love and appreciation for you. There was no way that all the promises I wanted to make to you could fit into a few minutes. Then, this week, life's fragility came shattering down on us, bringing me to my knees, and you held me up. We wept together, and you supported my, now our, family. I didn't know if we could go forward with this celebration, given how broken my heart felt, but I was reminded that now, more than ever, I had to trust in the good. I trust you. I trust that our love will forever mend our hearts and hold our joy. I trust that we will spend a lifetime sharing our appreciation for one another and making endless promises. I vow to never forget how lucky I am to have you as my husband, to love today, tomorrow, and always. Now let's go do it for the rockers.
You did it. That was beautiful. Thank you both. Tom, do you have those rings? Well done. It's now time to exchange your rings, which represent the never-ending union of your marriage. Matt, you ready? Please repeat after me. Amari, I give you this ring
Amari, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my promise to love you forever.
as a symbol of my promise to love you forever.
With it, I promise to love you, cherish you, and stand by you
With it, I promise to love you, cherish you, and stand by you
in good times and bad,
in good times and bad,
in sickness and health,
in sickness and health,
for as long as I live.
for as long as I live.
Amari, please repeat after me. Matt, I give you this ring
Matt, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my promise to love you forever.
as a symbol of my promise to love you forever.
With it, I promise to love you,
With it, I promise to love you,
cherish you,
cherish you,
and stand by you
and stand by you
in good times and bad,
in good times and bad,
in sickness and health,
in sickness and health,
for as long as I live.
for as long as I live.
Beautifully done. Almost. And now in closing, Matt and Amari will break glass underfoot, which represents the fragility of life and love and the importance of handling it with the utmost care. As they step on the glass, please join me in wishing this beautiful couple Mazel Tov, which in Hebrew means good luck. I'm gonna step to the side. Amari, Matt, having proclaimed your love for and commitment to one another in the sight of myself and these family and friends, and by the power vested in me by the state of New York, it is one of my life's greatest pleasures to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.